Happy Wednesday. Happy Mind Your Wednesday. Happy first Wednesday of the year 2022. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you made it. If you're watching me, you made it. We're here. 2022. I know usually at the beginning of the year, people are talking about goal setting and writing the vision, you're doing vision boards, and you're setting your intentions for the year, which is all great. All great. You should do that. And I'll probably talk about that in the next couple of weeks, too, maybe further on into the year. But I wanted to start this year off with something that I'd actually started doing last year, latter part of last year. I realized that I have to be more intentional about setting boundaries for myself. And not only setting boundaries, better boundaries for myself, but setting boundaries and being able to articulate clearly what those boundaries are. Now, most people that know me personally would probably say I'm a non-confrontational person. I don't like being confrontational. Now, if you pick and you poke, I do know how to act donkey. I do know how to deliver donkey. I don't like to do donkey, but I do know how. It takes a lot for me to get there, but I can resolve some issues if you press it. But I'm usually not the one that will come and initiate, especially if it's something regarding, sad to say, like if somebody did something wrong or somebody said a little something slick, and I'm like, you taking these little undercuts a whole lot lately. What's what's that about? So I'm learning to be better about that type of boundary for myself. So a couple of days ago, I received a post. A friend sent a post to me, and in this post, he was talking about how we say Happy New Year. He said he's wanting a happy, true year and living his not best year of his life, but the truest year of his life. And that kind of hit me like if I had to articulate what I thought I was starting last year and beginning this year, that was the best way to articulate it. Having the truest year of my life. Know the quote, you've heard people quote Shakespeare, Hamlet, to thine own self be true. Yeah, I'm having to learn and to be intentional about being true to myself, and not just to myself, but to others and the people that are around me. Like I was saying a little bit ago earlier, that I'm not a confrontational person. So a lot of times things can happen and I don't always address them. One of the biggest reasons I don't some of the time is depending on the situation, if I feel as though that person, like you say, people, they say hurt people hurt people. Like if I feel or I know you're in a situation or I know you're going through something, I'm be like, okay, you're going through something. So I'm gonna kind of let that slide. Because if I get you back, my intention is to hurt your feelings. And I can be honest I can be true to myself and say that I know that about myself, right? So I'm having to be better, do better about not only setting these boundaries, but also articulating what those boundaries are when people cross them, right? So, to thine own self be true. This first Wednesday of 2022, are you being true? Have you been being true to yourself? And I'm not meaning this in a selfish type way, but in a way that your feelings are valid. How you feel about situations are valid. We always say, or I've heard a lot of people say that, you teach people how to treat you. So if people are consistently doing these things and I don't address them because I'm thinking I'm sparing their feelings or whatever you needed in that moment that caused you to throw off on me, I'll let you have that. because you needed whatever you needed in that moment more than I needed to be right. But sometimes I think I do people a disservice by not checking them on that, especially if they repeat offenders. So I'm gonna have this year, to thine own self be true. And I have to be truthful with others. Now, this post was sent to me a couple of days ago, and I don't know if I said it out loud or if I sent a message or whatever, but be mindful of the things that you speak and say that you're going to do, because I've been tested twice on that already. Actually, twice in the same day. One, I got a call from someone that I hadn't spoken to in, I know, 9 months. And possibly because I blocked their number. Told you I'm not confrontational. I'm just going to block you and I'm going to move on to something else. Yeah, I know. I'm getting better. I'm doing better. So they called from a private number that I answered, and I kind of had a feeling who the person was. And I was still annoyed when I answered the call. And I was like, yeah, no, yeah, I'm good. Happy New Year too. I was real dry. And I felt all of that from 9 months ago, right? Because I didn't confront it. I just shut the door and I moved on from it, right? But I still never dealt with it. And I still didn't initially on the first call, but I got convicted. And I was like, Tracy, that's not what you said you were doing this year. You were going to be truthful, right? Not even 5 minutes. I said, I can't let this is. I have to return the call, which I did. And I had the conversation, right? And ended. Still, they're still blocked. But I was able to address the situation. They were able to say their side or their truth about the situation. And we did it. Have a nice life. Thank you. And goodbye. We have to learn to be truthful with ourselves. We have to be honest with ourselves. Because a lot of times it's us. We're the ones that don't get it right. And I know a lot of times it's me. So I'm going to have to be truthful. And even speaking up and saying, yeah, I messed that up. Yeah, I didn't get that right. And also speaking up for myself when well, why would you say that to me? What was that about? Why were you dismissive of this? Why were you comfortable in doing that to me? I have to be true to myself and speak up in those instances. And I don't have to be angry about it. You can address things and not be angry about it. So, 2022, how I'm starting and how I just want to progress and to just be, to thine own self be true. This will be my truest year ever. Now, I may come back to you a few weeks from now, months from now, and be like, y'all remember I said, listen. I told you I've been tested on it twice already. So, I done said it. I done put it out there. Here we go. So, this year, this will be your fill in the blank year ever. What will that be for you? Guys, I hope you have the most amazing rest of your day today. And if nobody has told you that they love you today, I love you, I love you, I love you. Be a great day.